Hey guys, I'm live, raw, ragged, and real with you guys. Manifest with Jasmine. We're going to talk about how to get him back in 24 hours. So look, you can see my daughter's toys over there. If you like these live videos, which a lot of you guys really are, make sure that you're subscribed, click the bell button, and click all to receive notifications so that you will be notified when I'm going live. Make sure that you're watching all the way till the end, because as I get into the concepts and I start talking to you guys, a lot more golden nuggets unfold and I get deeper into it, and a lot of the really good stuff is at the end of the video, and it will bring it together for you and make it pop and make it all click into place for you. So yes, we're going to talk about how to get him back in 24 hours, get him back in 24 hours. It's all about your vibration. It's all about what you're doing here. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's the work. That's what we got to do. Okay. So also, text, if you're in the US, text insiders to 474747, and I will give you insider updates every time that I am going live. Okay. And I'll also do daily inspirations. I really love the daily inspirations, and I can text you back also. So this is what it's all about. We got to connect here, you guys. Thank you. Love will become real when you make it real. What does that even mean? Everything that you feel is what is real. So if you want something else, a different situation, a different circumstance, a different relationship, a different person, a different relationship with a different person, a different circumstance with a different person, if you want all those things to be real, then you have to learn. And I'm saying learn because, you think that you know how to feel, but what I'm talking about and what this requires is for you to be more like an artist, more like a creator, where you're literally feeling out for the right feeling that you know that you want. And you're weaving through all of the blocks, and you're going to feel your path of most joy. Most people try to get their specific person back, try to get their ex back, try to get him back, try to get their man back. Most people try to do that from a place of finagling and manipulating outside circumstances. That is no different than trying to change the reflection in the mirror instead of changing that which is causing the reflection in the mirror. When you want something, when you feel like you need something, especially when you want it very badly, especially when you're feeling obsessed, especially when you really, really, really want it, there's this tendency to feel a sense of urgency, and there's this tendency to reach. Okay, you're always reaching for something over there. You're always reaching for something over there. That is need. So that's synonymous with need. What I want you to focus on doing in this very moment, in your feeling right now, in your body, in yourself, in your feeling, is relax and find a sense of peace and acceptance for where you are and for where we are right now. It has nothing to do with circumstances. It just has to do with you being with yourself, present with yourself, feeling in your conscious presence, awareness right now. Look, I wouldn't be talking about all this woo-woo stupid stuff if it wasn't actually really important, and if it wasn't actually the one thing that makes it click into place. Why do you think that people study this for so long? But it remains a mystery, an ambiguous mystery to a lot of people, and they never seem to really figure it out. It's because this is what it is, and it's not intuitive. What's intuitive is reaching and trying to finagle and getting distracted with circumstances. That's intuitive, especially when you're in need. You almost can't help but focus on the circumstances. But the reason that you haven't manifested your specific person back, the reason you haven't gotten him back yet, is because you need to focus here. This needs to be what's important. This causes the outside manifestation. So now that we have that, I have a really, really important message for you today regarding this, because isn't it so tempting just to give up? And I'm not talking about surrender. I'm not talking about dropping your resistance. I'm not talking about letting go or detaching in a positive way. I'm talking about when you get lazy, when you say, well, I'm not getting it anyway, so you get lazy and then you allow yourself to wallow in sadness, agony, disappointment, and pain. And you just accept, you settle for that reality, you settle for that state of being, and you accept that you're never going to get what you want in a negative sense that makes you feel negative emotion. Now you can surrender and say, I'm not going to worry about this anymore. I'm going to live my life and follow my joy. I'm just going to find my joy regardless of circumstances. That would be more like surrender. But when you give up in a negative sense and you allow yourself to entertain all the negative everything, and you're just like, yeah, like you're telling yourself this negative story and that's your new story. That's your story. That's what I want to talk about. If you're watching this video, you're having resistance. You're in need, you're in lack, maybe you're in desperation, maybe you're in obsession, you're wanting something that you think or you feel that you don't currently have. That's resistance. So the nature of resistance is to resist. It's to resist what is good for you. It's to resist your alignment. And the nature of resistance is to keep you there in need, in lack, and in resistance. Don't give up. It's not about circumstances. That's number one, is if you need the circumstance in order to feel better, then the first thing that you're going to do when you think it's not working out the way that you want it to is you're going to give up. But it's not about the circumstance, it's about the feeling. And when you know that, when you reorient yourself to that truth, so write this down if you have to. Do you see all my paper? You have no idea how many notebooks, papers, and notes that I'm taking on a daily basis. I mean, it's just everywhere. And I have Instagram to write more. I have the group to write more. Oh, by the way, if you haven't joined my coaching group yet, it's really, really awesome. I am going to be doing my course on how I manifested my specific person back into my life. Not just back into my life, but perfectly the way that I wanted, A through Z, everything that entailed, as detailed as possible. I'm going to be starting that course this weekend. This is the big, kahuna course that I have been waiting and collecting data and testing and waiting for it to be perfect so that I can present it to you. So if you want to take that course, it's starting this weekend on Sunday. Join my group. That link is going to be below. And the reason you should join now, because you can watch the replay and join later and watch the replay. But if you join now, you can actually sit in during the Zoom call and be part of it. And plus, sooner is better than later when it comes to alignment. And that's the point. When it comes to your alignment, oh, wait, you can also text insiders at 474747 to get the link. Okay, that's for US only. But so you don't want to be contingent upon your circumstances. When you remember that it's about this, then you can quickly bring yourself back out of your pain, your agony, your disappointment, and remind yourself what it's really, really about. Because here's the thing. You have to be firmly rooted and planted and actually in the reality of your choosing, the reality of your desire. You have to actually really firmly be there in order to manifest that which is in accordance with that vibration, okay? If your vibration and your feeling is dependent, like if you're not really believing it, unless if you're seeing it, then you have not created that shift where you're firmly rooted and standing in that reality. Here's what happens when you are firmly rooted and standing in the reality of your choosing, the reality that you're wanting to manifest, okay? When you are in that, you could be presented with information or circumstances or people saying things. Your specific person could say to you, hey, I don't want to be with you. And it would not affect you. You would not believe it. You'd be like, yeah, whatever. Okay. I have a lot of examples where I did that with Mo, where he was like, he could say or do whatever he wanted. And I was like, yeah, okay. It didn't faze me because I was actually in a reality where my truth was different. And so if something is triggering you, you have not made the vibrational shift. And so a lot of people say, I did the process and it didn't work. Well, the fact that you're saying it didn't work means that you haven't done the process at all. So don't give up and don't be contingent upon circumstances, because what is this all about? This is about consistency, reinforcement. That's what life is about. Your vibration shifts moment to moment, moment to moment, and you have different facets where your vibration shifts, okay? So that's why you have to come back and redirect yourself and retrain yourself and feel and feel. You want to always be aware. See, people they'll try to implement this like 1 to 3 times a day for a few minutes. But what are you doing the other, I don't know, 23 hours a day or 22 hours a day or 20 hours a day? What are you doing? This needs to be like a new way of thinking and being. That's a lot of airtime that you're going to be feeling out your feelings. When I'm feeling out a reality that I want, this is how I do it. This is how I manifested my specific person. So listen up. All right. I'm like, what does that relationship feel like? And really feel into what does that feel like? And maybe you can't reach that right away, but you keep trying, you keep reaching, you keep trying, you keep reaching. Not in a way like I have to do this, because if you have to do it, then the energy behind your action, the foundational vibrational root of what you're doing is tension. And therefore, if you go from that state, you'll have more tension. That's what you'll have. So it's not that. It's because feeling your desire is a relief. It feels better when you can entertain it. So that's where we're coming from with this. So, oh, my desire feels so good. I feel a sense of relief when I think about it. That's where you want to be coming from, because that's the momentum that you want to grow. Okay? Yeah. When something doesn't go your way, when that's your perception, it's always going your way. When it's your perception that something's not going your way, that is your indicator that you have not made the vibrational shift and you're inconsistent. So what do? You stop yourself and you find a way to get back into the direction, the feeling direction that you want to go in. Turn it around as quickly as possible. Not because you're scared, not because you're worried, not because anything bad is going to happen, but because that feels a whole heck of a lot better. If for no other reason, just do it because it feels good. That's why I'm doing live videos now, because that's what my heart really wants to do. For some reason, this is right for me. And you know what? The shit is ugly, and it's not pretty. It looks messy. The audio sucks and the video sucks, but you know what? There's something very meaningful about it for me, and vibrationally it's working. Trust that what you feel is real, and that when you reach through everything that I just said, okay, when you are taking the time and the effort to dedicate your focus in a committed way consistently to feeling out the right feeling reality. The reality of your choosing. What does that feel like? And you're feeling into it, 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 and you're letting it grow. It's like painting. It's like you're massaging. You're massaging it. What does that feel like? You're reaching for it. You're getting to it. You're getting familiar with it. When you finally reach the feeling where you have felt it real, where you're like, that's it, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. This is what it would feel like if it was there, if it was there, if it was real, this is what I would feel like. You have just done what it takes to manifest your desire. And if you do this about your specific person, about your ex, about your man, about your guy, whoever it is, if you did this, you can do this in one day. And as soon as you accomplish that vibrational shift, that true vibrational shift that is not dependent upon circumstance and not dependent upon them, that true vibrational shift that is triggerless because you're standing firm in that reality, and no matter what reality is showing you, you're just going to know, yeah, okay, I know where I am. You can accomplish that in a day. You can get him back in 24 hours doing this. Now, I don't want for you to take this as an opportunity to be hard on yourself and try too hard and berate yourself and be mad at yourself and try to police yourself into doing this, because that is what I call trying too hard. And again, the root of that is trying. So it just creates more trying, momentum of trying. That's why we have to be very loving and delicate and accepting with ourselves and reach for peace and acceptance instead of trying. This is for you to relax, for you to enjoy, for you to find joy and follow your joy and find peace. This is for you. This is a gift for you to relax into the remembrance of your desire in a meaningful, visceral way. This is a feel-good, happy, relaxing, enjoyable experience. It's an internal experience. And your internal experiences manifest on the outside. So someone says, how exactly do we manifest in 24 hours? If you can take everything that I just said and accomplish the actual feeling of what it would feel like to be inside that relationship that you want, and if you can be solidly in there and maintain that in such a way that it doesn't matter what you see, it's not going to throw you off, because you are just enveloped and marinated inside that reality, and that reality is real and solid for you, and nothing's going to throw you out of it. As soon as you accomplish that, it's going to be done. And you can do this in one day. You can do it in 24 hours. I have turned around amazing, big, momentous things in my life in one day. Why? Because I said to myself, I can do this. I am not going to settle for feeling crappy. I'm not going to settle for giving up on myself. Wait a second. I screwed my head on straight, and I decided that I'm going to feel this out, and I'm going to feel and feel and feel and shift and shift and shift, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to reinforce it. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to do it moment to moment. I'm going to dedicate myself to this moment to moment. And if you're dedicated and reinforcing and turning it around and being very deliberate, then you can turn that shit around in one day and you will see a result. But if at the end of the day, let's say, 12 o'clock comes around or midnight comes around and you're like, I didn't get a text message or something wonderful didn't happen, you didn't do the process, because if you do the process, you're not going to care. And when you don't care, that's when it's coming. Please give me a like. This is not the end of the video. Please like the video if you got anything out of this. If you're still watching, that means that you did. So like the video. Don't forget, if you want to watch me live and know when I'm going live, just click the like or click the subscribe button, click the bell button, hit all to get those notifications. And if you want text notifications, you can text for insiders to 474747, and I will text you the links. The other thing that I have going on besides the group, for those of you who just joined in my group, I'm going to be teaching everything that I did to manifest my specific person A through Z. That's starting this weekend. So in the link below, you can join the group. And I also have my other courses on sale, my love course, which had a lot to do with me manifesting my specific person, and my 7 steps to consistent instant manifestation. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for that course. So those courses are both on sale. Text love magic to 474747 for that. All right. I'm going to look at the comments now. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you for your likes, guys. Oh my God, thank you for your likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Let me see if anybody understood what I'm saying. Okay, here's another thing. I get questions about circumstances all the time. All the time I'm getting questions about circumstances. In the beginning of my videos, I used to say in every single video, circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. Circumstances don't matter. I could not say it enough. If you think that a circumstance matters, then you're not doing what I'm telling you to do in this video. Because what did I tell you to do? I told you focus here on the feeling reality, feeling into that reality, feeling it real, living in the wish fulfilled, living in the end, living from the end. Feel it real, guys. If you're thinking about a circumstance, you're not doing that. So you literally have to drop the circumstances because it doesn't matter. Let me tell you something about me and Mo. All right? I think we've had not every issue, but we've had a lot of different types of challenges, okay? And I always knew, regardless, that he just only wanted me. No matter if there was other people involved or not, no matter what he was saying to my face, no matter what. And guess what? That is the reality that I ended up with, because that is the reality that I was solidly firm within. Now, I had to come into alignment with love in order to allow myself to experience the love that our relationship had the potential of. So that's what my course on how I manifested him, that's a lot of what that's going to cover, because you can't have a love relationship if you are not in love, feeling vibrationally wise. Just putting it out there. That should be obvious, but you have to be in love in order to attract and co-create a love relationship. And if you're after a guy, you probably want a love relationship. So you have to prioritize this. I'm sorry, there's no other way to go about it. A lot of techniques out there. It's like, oh, if you 555 or if you 365, I don't even know what the fuck it is anymore. People are coming up with all this stuff, or visualizing, whatever. Let me tell you something. The only thing that dictates your manifestation is your feeling. Every single time. You have to learn how to feel how you want to feel. Feel the reality that is the reality that you want to be in. That is the only ticket and the only key. So that's why I am touching my chest the whole time, because I am being conscious and aware, and I'm tuning into my feeling. That's what's important, guys. So I will see you next time. If you want to catch my lives, make sure that you are subscribed. Click the bell button. Click all to receive all notifications so that you will know when I go live. Links are below. You can sign up for emails. You can join my group. Text me, whatever. I love you guys. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you in the next video.